Hey everybody, welcome to the Ask a Realtor show. We are here today with Manny Rodrigues from American Bank.
Thank
He
you.
came all the way up from the Lehigh Valley to talk to us. He did not bring chocolate, but he promised he would bring it next time. We're excited to talk to Manny about, they specialize in land loans and land and construction loans. And today is March 27th, 2018, and new construction is just starting to break open again in Carbon County, so it's an ideal time to learn about this. So Manny, let's start with the land loans. If somebody wants to buy a piece of land, what kind of down money are they expecting in terms and things for a land loan?
Sure. We look for 25% down on a land purchase. We offer a 15-year term at a fixed interest rate.
Good. Do you know what that is? I'm putting him on the spot now. Do you know what that interest rate is
Sure.
today, Manny?
5.5% as of today.
That wasn't bad. That's
No.
not bad at all. Some of the competitors are requiring, many of the competitors are requiring 35% down and want it paid back in 5 to 7 years. So that's a big payment. So the old days of buying land as an investment to retire in 20 years, we're not seeing that so much anymore. And for those reasons. But if you are going to buy land and not build on it within the next 12 months, those are good terms that you just offered. The other thing is if you do want to buy the land and build a house on it, and that's often referred to as a land and construction loan.
Correct.
Manny, talk to us about that
Correct.
a little bit.
So we offer a land and construction purchase simultaneous. Typically, we ask for a minimum of 10% down, which would require mortgage insurance at that point when you don't put 20% down. So if you can put 20% down, that definitely would be advantageous. Our construction portion of that loan typically lasts 5 to 7 months during a construction build period. It's a one-time close, so the interest rate you get at the start of the loan and you pay interest only during that period of time rolls over when you go into your full-term loan, which typically would be 15, 20, 30 years. Right now we're offering a rate of 4.375%, which is also fantastic.
Don't be arrogant on our show. It's also a fantastic rate, Manny. I'm just teasing. Manny's not arrogant. We've been dogging him since he walked in the door, and we just met him, but we like him already. Enough to do a show with him.
Yeah.
So let's go back to that process, and let's just go step by step. You gave the good terms and interest rates, but if I want to build a house and I come to you, so you said it's one close. Is that before? It has to be before, at the very beginning. We're going to
Correct.
close on it. And then I'm paying interest only during the construction phase?
Yes. So typically most builders will work with a 5 to 6 term draw. So what will happen is that construction close will advance, say the builder asks for $50,000, $100,000 up front. That will be the first draw. The borrower at that point will pay the interest only on that portion. Think of it kind of like
Just on that portion,
that
not
portion.
even on the whole amount.
Correct. So think of it almost
Oh,
like
nice.
a line of credit or a credit card. You're paying on whatever's outstanding at the time.
Okay.
Then the second draw in this case may be $50,000, for example. So now once their second payment comes due, they're going to pay interest on $150,000 total in that case,
Got
and
it.
so forth and so forth. So it'll be a progressively increasing draw until they get to the final phase. And then that's when it will roll over to the permanent loan at that point, and then they'll start paying principal and interest.
Now, do you work at all with the builder? Like, you just give the loan for the land and the construction, so it's up to the buyer. Let's say they get a land and construction loan. Oh gosh, maybe I shouldn't do this. For $300,000, but when it's done, it was $350,000. Is that possible or no?
Typically not. Most would be negotiated ahead of time. It would be in the construction agreement. There are times where there may be some allotments in there for during excavating, for instance. Maybe there's an allotment for an extra few $1,000s because it's going to be more difficult to break ground
Okay,
or
so it's kind of
hit
built
rock
in.
charges.
There's a
So
couple
there's
cushions.
there's some cushions in there. Typically we'll look at the max 80 or 90% and we'll budget that out for them. But then if there are overages, typically they may have to come out of pocket with some if they're going over the value of the house.
Or they don't move in. I'm just kidding.
Unless they have chocolate.
You see, he's a fast learner. The other thing we can do the plug because this is pretty awesome.
Very.
Again, his name, Manny Rodrigues. You can't see that from there. American Bank. Pennsylvania has something where if someone needs to replace or repair a septic system, they can get a loan for that. However, there are very few banks who are doing those loans, and American Bank and Manny is one of them. You did point out that it needs to be the seller that gets the loan. Is that correct?
The current owner of the home needs to take the financing.
But it can be paid off at settlement. So this is real exciting to agents and buyers or sellers with old septic systems who don't have the money to replace it and aren't sure what to do if that was a possible scenario. So awesome. Good job.
Very
on
exciting.
everything. So
Thank you very much.
Manny, thank you. This is Courtney Hilligus, our top agent under 30. Oh, don't tell Lee. Just kidding. We have 2 top agents under 30 right now. And I'm Aggie Shahade, the Schoenberger. Oh my goodness. More coffee. The broker of Castlegate Realty. We want to remind you that we do the Ask a Realtor show every week on Thursdays at 5, posted on our Facebook page, and we offer reduced commissions if you're listing with us for first responders, vets, military, and pastors. Thanks for joining in. Oh, stop. Wait. Manny, last time we put you on the spot, we always ask our guests, is there any kind of deduction or special thing you can offer our viewers? I know you didn't know this was coming. And it's hard for a bank to do that.
But I'm glad, with rules and regulations, it is difficult for us to do. We can do some things with premium pricing where sometimes we can pay some fees towards closing costs.
Oh.
But those are going to be on case-to-case basis due to regulatory laws.
So if you mention this to Manny, he might be able to help pay some of your closing costs if you're a buyer. Awesome. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you.